No Google, no YouTube, no Facebook. Yet somehow, China doesn't just function, it thrives. With its own digital ecosystem, its own economic engine, and rules so bizarre you'd swear they came from a dystopian novel, China is a world unto itself. This isn't just the most populous country on Earth. Home to over 1.4 billion people, it's a landmass nearly 1.5 times the size of the US, so the question isn't just what is happening in China, it's how all of this is happening at once. Number 1. A country that runs on just one time zone. Can you imagine flying across 5 time zones, only to land in a place that's still ticking by the same clock? Welcome to China, a country so massive it could swallow Europe whole, yet somehow, the entire nation runs on just one standard, Beijing time. Whether you're sipping tea on a misty morning in Yunnan, or watching the sun set behind the dunes of Xinjiang, your watch reads the same, no exceptions, no local adjustments. Just a single time zone uniting over 1.4 billion people across a landscape that spans more than 3,000 miles east to west. It sounds absurd, almost authoritarian, but in a strange way, it works. This decision, made in 1949, reflects something deep in China's DNA, a unique blend of strict order and barely contained chaos, moving together in surprising harmony. It makes me wonder, if the United States tried to run everything on New York time, could it even last a week? Number 2. Chinese women. More than 60% of the world's self-made female billionaires are Chinese. Let that sink in for a moment. On the surface, many Chinese women appear gentle, fair skin, graceful movements, soft-spoken voices. But beneath that serene exterior lies a steel core, ambitious, focused, and fiercely independent. They lead empires, manage finances, and challenge long-held social norms, all while carrying themselves with effortless elegance. In love, they're known for their loyalty and patience, but don't mistake that for weakness. When a Chinese woman walks away from a relationship, it's often permanent and silent. No drama, no second chances, just quiet strength. Meanwhile, the gender imbalance in China has sparked a booming matchmaking industry. With nearly 35 million more men than women, rural bachelors flood dating shows, agencies, and ads in hopes of finding a partner. But here's the twist. Today's Chinese women are rewriting the rules. They're no longer looking inward, they're open to international love, cross-cultural connection, and self-fulfillment beyond tradition. Number 3. Festivals that set the world on fire and light up the moon. This isn't just a celebration, it's a full-blown sensory explosion. In China, festivals don't whisper tradition, they roar it, loudly, in full color. Take Lunar New Year, for example. The entire country transforms into a red-lit wonderland. Fireworks paint the sky all night long. Kids run through the streets clutching red envelopes stuffed with lucky money. Families gather around hot dumplings and the annual Spring Festival Gala, a national television ritual packed with music, comedy, and dance. It's not just a holiday. It's a heartbeat that pulls millions home. Then comes Mid-Autumn Festival, a softer celebration under a full glowing moon. Families lay out mooncakes, dense, sweet symbols of unity, while children parade with lanterns shaped like rabbits and goldfish. Elders tell the ancient tale of Chang'e, the moon goddess, and her jade rabbit floating quietly above. And when the Lantern Festival rolls in the grand finale of the New Year season, it's pure magic. Imagine millions of glowing red lanterns drifting into the sky, each carrying handwritten wishes. Lion dances pound the pavement. Dragons weave through the streets. Riddles scribbled on lanterns spark laughter and debate. It's dazzling, it's chaotic, it's spiritual. And I've never encountered a culture so in sync with the moon, as if they're not just celebrating under it, but living by its rhythm. Number 4. Superstitions and strange traditions. A map for life. Want to reincarnate? In China, you might need a permit. Want to live longer? Don't blow out candles, just slurp a single, unbroken noodle. This is a place where traditions and superstitions aren't side notes, they're built into daily life. Birthday cake? Not here. Instead, people eat longevity noodles, long, chewy strands that represent a long, healthy life. Break the noodle, and you might just jinx yourself, throwing a big party. Not if you're turning 30, 33, or 66 for women, or 404 men. Those ages are considered bad luck, best passed quietly. And then there's the Chinese zodiac 12 animals that cycle through the years, each loaded with personality and symbolism. But this isn't just fun trivia. People here consult their zodiac signs before getting married, launching a business, or even naming their children. It's like having a cosmic GPS, part myth, part tradition, fully believed. I'll be honest, I used to think superstition was a relic of the past. But in China, it feels more like a compass, a deeply personal, cultural way of navigating the unknown. Number 5. The Forbidden City, the Great Wall, and places that leave you breathless. 9,000 rooms, 21,000 kilometers of stone. And that's just the surface. China's landmarks don't simply impress, they overwhelm. Step into the Forbidden City in Beijing, and you're walking through the very heart of imperial power. Golden rooftops shimmer like they're still guarding secrets from centuries past. Legend says the bricks were once mixed with gold dust, a statement of luxury that still whispers through every echoing corridor. Then there's the Great Wall, not just a wall, but a story of survival, grit, and pride. It snakes over rugged mountains and rolling hills, begun in the 3rd century BC and reinforced over dynasties. Standing on it, the wind slicing past your ears, you feel small and somehow part of something enormous. In contrast, Lijiang, with its canals and wooden homes, feels like a dream. Called the Venice of the East, it flows at a different rhythm. The Naxi people welcome you with open arms, sometimes a song, and always a story. And if you ever make it to the Potala Palace in Tibet, perched high at 3,700 meters, the altitude may steal your breath, but the atmosphere fills your soul. Thousands of Buddha statues, sacred paintings, and relics whisper ancient wisdom in the thin, quiet air. I stood in those places, and it felt like history wasn't something I was reading. It was something whispering directly into my ear. Number 6. China's digital world, a parallel universe without Google. No Google, no YouTube, no Facebook. And yet, life online in China is faster, louder, and arguably more integrated than anywhere else. Here, WeChat isn't just a messaging app, it's a digital Swiss Army knife. You chat, pay your rent, order food, book a doctor, hail a taxi, and file taxes, all in one app. It's part social network, part banking platform, part lifestyle manager. Bilibili replaces YouTube, but with a twist. Anime, live streams, quirky subcultures, and loyal fan communities. Baidu steps in for search engines, and Douyin, China's original version of TikTok, came before its Western twin even existed. To the outside world, it might feel like China's been digitally cut off. But that's not quite right. It's more like they built an entirely separate internet, one that speaks their language, fits their culture, and moves at a speed that's hard to keep up with. And it makes me wonder, are we the ones relying on Western tech, or have they figured out how not to need it at all? Number 7. The world's workshop and now its brain. Look around you. Your phone, your shoes, your laptop, your electric car. There's a decent chance, at least one of them says, Made in China. China isn't just the factory of the world producing over 30% of the planet's manufactured goods, it's now morphing into something more, the brain behind the machines. It started with mass production, toys, clothes, gadgets, but now we're talking Huawei, challenging Apple and Samsung in the smartphone game. BYD, an electric vehicle giant, just passed Tesla in global EV sales. These aren't copycats anymore, they're frontrunners. And the real power? It's invisible. China controls 70% of lithium-ion battery production and over 90% of the rare earth minerals that power smartphones, solar panels, electric vehicles, and advanced military tech. So here's the thought that keeps economists up at night. If China ever decides to slow down exports or worse, pull the plug entirely, can the rest of the world, especially the US, keep the lights on? Number 8. Behind the neon lights. A wealth gap you can't unsee. On one side, penthouses in Shanghai, glass skyscrapers, luxury cars gliding down polished highways. On the other, villages without reliable electricity, families living on less than $5 a day. And yes, this is the same country. China may be a global economic powerhouse, but its GDP per capita ranks only 71st in the world. More than 40% of households live on less than $143 per month, a figure that hits hard when you compare it to the glitz of its booming cities. In urban areas, the The average yearly salary hovers around $11,000. In rural parts, just $300 a year. It's not just a gap, it's a canyon. Two Chinas, one rocketing toward the future, the other struggling to catch a glimpse of it. And the divide is growing. Economists warn it's a ticking time bomb, a silent imbalance that, if ignored, could shake the very foundation of China's rise. And I can't help but ask, when we talk about progress, is speed really worth more than fairness? Number 9. Tea, coffee, and bubble tea. 3 generations in a single cup. If you want to understand China, don't start with politics or economics. Start with what people drink at 3 p.m. For the elders, it's tea, not just a beverage, but a ritual. Green, black, oolong, pu'er. Each variety has its mood, its meaning, its moment. Brewing it properly requires calm, patience, and respect for the water, the leaves, and the guest across from you. It's tradition in liquid form. For the middle class in high-rise cities, it's coffee. Fast, efficient, a jolt of energy in a paper cup, sipped in sleek cafes with modern lighting and minimalism. It signals ambition, movement, and connection to the global urban rhythm. And for the younger generation, it's bubble tea, sweet, creamy, full of chewy surprises. It's fun, it's everywhere, and it's gone international. With over 100,000 bubble tea shops in China alone, it has become a sugary symbol of youth, freedom, and cultural export. 3 drinks, 3 tempos, and I wonder, in every cup of bubble tea, is China quietly blending its past, its present, and the future it's racing toward? Conclusion: but the story isn't over. China is contradiction incarnate. Its ancient scrolls and facial recognition cameras. Its monks chanting in temples while drones zip overhead. It's a country sprinting into the future with one foot still firmly rooted in a 5,000-year-old past. What did you see in this journey? A rising global superpower? Or a riddle wrapped in red lanterns, dragon dances, and silent strength? Whatever it was, I hope it surprised you. And if it did tell me, drop a comment below and let me know which moment made you stop and think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who thinks they already understand Asia. Because the journey isn't over, not even close. There's so much more ahead that no one's telling you. See you in the next one.